Well, we're not surprised at all. In fact, we're quite happy. This is a very early bonus in the new year. For Saftu, I guess all of the workers who are today languishing at their homes far away from the cities in the rural areas, who have lost their jobs in their thousands as a result of the inefficiencies and the corruption of Eskom that have run the economy basically to its knees. Last year, as we began the year, we saw the economy shrinking by a massive 3.2%, and we barely escaped the recession in 2019. This year, as if these guys are doing this thing deliberately, they are taking us exactly where we were a year ago. What makes us angry is that all the time we are being assured that things are working out, we are turning the corner, there's a solution around the corner, we're doing very well, and the next time we are being told that there's a rubbery stuff, that the chairperson, the whole chairperson and acting CEO doesn't even know what it is called. The next time there's a sabotage. The next time, there's another breakdown. It's been absolutely a disaster for South Africa's economy to have to go through this. This resignation is long overdue, is welcome, but we want to call on the Minister of Public Enterprises to follow this good example set by Jabu Mabuza and also resign. We're also making a call on the entire Eskom board to follow their chairperson, their acting CEO, and the service provider. Where have you heard that? Somebody occupying three conflictual positions at the same time is a bad statement that the president, who promised us a new beginning, a tumamina that things are going to change from the previous 10 years of a disaster. All of a sudden, we have somebody acting chairperson or chairperson acting CEO, and then a major service provider to the same company that is chairperson of and is acting CEO of. We think that the president himself must ask himself this question. Who will ever believe him again when he makes an assurance to this country that there will be no load shedding again? Should he not also consider following the minister, the board, and the chairperson into a resignation?
Are you suggesting that the president himself should step down because of the Eskom crisis?
If you were to look at the damage this thing is causing to the economy, you will want to hold the very head of government accountable. Thousands and thousands of workers have lost their jobs. Businesses have closed down. Small, medium, macro enterprises who do not have the big generators. Small mining corporations who could not cope with this unpredictability of our power supply have closed down, and workers are suffering as we speak. Unemployment have reached unprecedented levels at the current 38.5%. Youth unemployment at 56%. Where have you heard that? I think that the president should make an honorable announcement as he addresses the January 8th statement to say, look at our trail of record. We have flattened Eskom, we have killed SAA, we've almost killed SABC, we have killed Dinel, we have killed Petro SA, we've got workers stuck in the trains in Prasa every day. It's time for us to ask for new leadership of the country to take over from where we're failed.
And in that train of thought, Mr. Vavi, why not go as far as asking the governing party to step down? And I'm not being facetious here, because if you're saying the head of the governing party should step down, you've also railed against the finance minister following his midterm budget statement, especially on Eskom, saying that not only did he not consult Labour, but if he were up to him, he would wholesale SOEs. So it seems like there's a lack of faith, not only in Eskom board management, the Minister of Public Enterprises, the President, as you now say, but also the Finance Minister.
If that was a practicable proposition, that's a proposition we will make. The reality is that the ANC have won the elections in the last elections by a 57% majority. That's a massive vote of confidence despite everything that is happening in the country, which is another discussion for another day. But here is another point that I think is critical, which I think underlines the point that you are making. It is the ANC as a whole that must be held accountable. It is the ANC that ignored the advice of the senior executives of Eskom way back in 1997, that if they do not invest in the aging infrastructure, we were going to see load shedding in 10 years. It is the ANC that, despite the first load shedding happening in 2002, have done absolutely little except to deploy their West cadres into Eskom that have made it to be in debt to the tune of billions and billions of rands. So yes, in a normal democracy, the ANC would have been voted out by ordinary citizens in the country. But unfortunately, in Africa, and we are loyal, those double L's are keeping the worst forms of workers, butchers, in positions of power forever.
So, Mr. Vavi, as you say, by your own cognizance, the party has been voted into governance, and it would not be practical to have the sword fall on all their heads. So what is the next best thing for Saftu at the moment? You've mentioned that pension funds and provident funds should also be channeled into Eskom to help save the SOE. Who should lead that process?
Well, we hope that the ANC can really do a very honest assessment of their contribution to the disaster workers are facing in the economy today, and the economy being in the state where it is at this particular moment. And then ask themselves, are these men and women we have in government, are these men and women we have in the National Executive Committee the best that we have to steer this economy out of this uncharted water and to steer this economy into a different direction of redistribution, of ensuring that our people have property and ensuring that land is distributed equitably amongst all the people to reflect the demographics of this country? Are we that team, or is it all that we can offer the country? The team that have collapsed Eskom, collapsed SABC, collapsed Petro SA, brought the economy on its knees. Is that all we can offer? Okay. And obviously, if they can't, they should do the honorable thing and call for early elections.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Zwelinzima Vavi, the General Secretary of the South African Federation of Trade Unions, speaking to us on that breaking news. The member and chairperson of the Eskom board, Jabu Mabuza, tendering in his resignation.